kind words. I've never had such an eloquent sentence said about me before. Just I'd love to the last. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some words which always manage to find their way to prominence in times of an election. And I have no doubt that this year will be any different. What about change, or reform, or alternative? We've all heard them, we've all read them. Now you hear them from a unionist party, which means them. We all know all too well that Stormont in its current guise does not serve the best interests of Northern Ireland or her people. We know that it lurches from crisis to scandal. We know that through mandatory coalition, government cannot function as it should, and that our electorate do not have the opportunity to vote a party out of office. And whilst for a generation that has been the case, and there have been many around us who have placed under the system which perpetuates dysfunctionality, in reality they have done nothing. In answer, TUV, long-time opponents of how the business of our province is transacted, can present not one, but two workable alternatives for lasting change and reform. Firstly is Plan A. With no party big enough to govern on its own, coalition is inevitable. As elsewhere, for it to work, it must be a coalition of the willing. Those after an election who can agree a programme for government on the key economic and social issues, and who together can command the requisite majority in the Assembly, form the government, whoever they are. Those who can't agree, whoever they are, form the opposition, challenging and presenting an alternative at the next election. To ensure cross-community involvement, TUV would accept a weighted majority in an Assembly vote to approve the new government and its programme. Secondly is Plan B, and the key to preventing the collapse of the present failed Stormont, meaning the end of devolution, is to salvage that which has worked and jettison that which has failed. By its nature, devolution embraces two distinct aspects: legislative devolution exercised by the Assembly and executive devolution exercised by ministers. Analysis of the failure of the present Stormont throws up the obvious conclusion that it is the dimension of executive devolution which has failed us all. Legislative devolution has been reasonably successful both in presenting bills and processing them, including private members' bills, and in performing the scrutiny function through its committees. Thus, in moving forward, there may be merit in building on what has been succeeded by preserving legislative devolution while giving time for the executive devolution to evolve into something workable. In practice, how that would work is that the British ministers would introduce their legislation to the Assembly. They would pass through the normal processes of second stage, committee stage, consideration stage, and final stage before being signed off by the Secretary of State and given royal assent by Her Majesty. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear. With all that has gone before, it is no secret that this election is the most important poll in a generation, if not our lifetimes. Look at the success of just one TUV MLA, our party leader, and imagine what meaningful change and reform multiple TUV MLAs to achieve together. Let me be further clear, members. We will not go to that place on the hill to play happy families, nor to assent to the rotten practices of the old just because they have been so since the Belfast Agreement or St Andrews. We will go there to work for the people that send us, the electorate, the people who seek good governance, the people who have been so badly failed by a system that is clearly unfit for purpose, the people who have said enough is enough. And at this time, like so many other periods in our history, we face danger, toil and snare, but nonetheless stand with courage in our convictions, led by principle and guided by what is right. Whilst others may seek to maintain high office at any cost, TUV are clear that the price of doing so is already too high and cannot further be paid. We stand 19 candidates in this upcoming election, 19 individuals who are willing to force the same agenda of change and reform that so many others have delivered so little upon. 19 individuals who entered politics for principle, not power. Conference, as polling day draws near, I trust we will all join in the effort which delivers a real breakthrough, where not only have people hoped for change, but they have voted for it too. Thank you.